Welcome to Time Vault Games. I'm ELD, here to ask you for help in growing the channel. When we reach 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a custom leather playmat to one lucky subscriber, so be sure to like and subscribe. Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. We have a Chancellor of the Annex being revealed by Brandon on Reanimator. Connor on Sneak and Show. Has to be very careful in this incredibly difficult matchup. Faithless Looting and Force of Will. Pitching a Ponder, paying the 1. So that Chancellor's impact really minimized this game. There are times where you have to fire a cantrip into that thing, and it feels absolutely awful. We've got another Faithless Looting, this time after a Lotus Petal, leaving 2 mana additionally to play with, signaling that we could see any reanimation effect. Exhume, Animate Dead, Reanimate, all sorts of possibilities here. And there's a Reanimate, which gets Spell Pierced, paying the 1, and it looks like is that going to be a Dark Ritual in response? No, he's just paying 1 and then casting a second Reanimate. So Gristlebrand coming in and surprisingly not drawing the cards. Very interesting. I'm typically a fan of drawing the cards there, hoping to hit an Unmask or additional mana to perhaps reanimate or exhume another creature. He swings, gains 7, then pays the 7. He's able to make a land drop, and from here you kind of want to get like a Chancellor of the Annex into play. Make it even more of a chore for Connor to somehow dig his way back into this, but we got 6 mana, and he's going to put lethal on board with a Grave Titan, and pass the turn. Connor is done. That was a slightly dangerous situation. If Connor had a Ancient Tomb show and tell, that actually could have been a really bad situation, but instead Brandon able to hold on there, pick up game number 1 in what is a very, very, very favorable matchup for him. Show and Tell historically really struggles with Reanimator, as they can have some super scary things to put in off of your Show and Tell. Cards like Ashen Rider, Iona, Gristlebrand. A lot of very ugly things to give your opponent for free. Show and Tell, actually a card that occasionally finds its way into the sideboards of Reanimator strategies, as it just bypasses the graveyard altogether. Often they can manage that by playing some number of Underground Seas, maybe a Volcanic Island, not usually. You usually want everything in the deck to be able to tap for black. It's so important in a Dark Ritual deck. But anyways, that blue splash, you already got your Lotus Petals, and when your opponent mulligans down to Leyline of the Void and thinks they've got you, and then you just Show and Tell in a massive threat, that's pretty devastating. And as we saw, he's got that Grave Titan, which is castable off of Dark Rituals, potentially as early as turn 1. So Reanimator not as fragile to graveyard hate. Certainly can cut off the majority of the most powerful lines, but there are paths to victory even with the enchantment on the board. We'll see what type of interaction Connor has. Right now he's mulliganing down to 5. It's going to make an already difficult matchup even more difficult. A really good 5, and he's got a fighting chance. I mean, really, Sneak and Show could go down to 3 cards and still potentially have a turn 1 Emrakul. Soul Land, Lotus Petal. Oh no, it's 4 cards. Yikes, I misspoke. 4 cards. You get your Soul Land, Lotus Petal, and Show and Tell Emrakul. You need 4 total cards. So I guess on the draw, you could just rip it off the top, keeping 3 of the 4 necessary. Unmask, however, always difficult to play against as a control deck or a combo deck. It's just going to take the best. And no, actually, Brandon hitting himself with it. not respecting the mull to 5 at all. He unmasks, and he's going to get a turn 1 threat on board, hell or high water, unmasking himself, putting Grave Titan into the graveyard, and now attempting to reanimate it, which does go through. And might be Arcane Artisan. I forget the name of this card. People haven't been playing it very much. It might actually be Arcane Artisan. It's a Battle Bond card, which is going to let Connor put in a copy of a card that he discards from his hand with a Merfolk Looter effect on that. Basically bouncing one of the tokens, taking 8, facing down lethal next turn. We'll see if he's going to be able to get something spicy in play. Paying 2 and a blue, tapping, discarding Gristlebrand. So he's going to get a copy of a Gristlebrand. And now Cabal Therapy sees Ponder, Grave Titan, blocks. I think it has Death Touch, though. I think he might have gained a point of life there, taking 8, gaining 7. I think he might have lost 1. Ponder. And there's really not much that the Artisan can do to save him here, I don't think. Short of, I mean, does another Gristlebrand do it? Let's count together here. There's 6 2/2 zombies. That's going to be 10 getting through. So actually, Gristlebrand does keep him alive. If he takes 10, or if 10's incoming, he'll be at 5 life after using the Ancient Tomb. Block one of them. So it would be a net of 3. So he'd be at 2. Now he'd be at 1. So Gristlebrand, again, would keep him alive. And then potentially swing, get a little bump in his life, draw 7 cards, and see what happens. It's got a swing. He draws, and it is not a Gristlebrand on top of his deck. So Brandon taking this one down as Reanimator. Always a very tough matchup for Sneak and Show. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.